You're watching live weigh-in coverage of the Guaranteed Rate Bassmaster Elite at Lake Oahe from Mobridge, South Dakota.
Over South Dakota, it is my favorite day of the week. Championship Sunday here at the Bassmaster Elite Series. Who's ready for this? What a week we have had here in beautiful South Dakota. I mean, an unbelievable part of the world, such vast, rugged beauty. I mean, it is, we travel all around the country and we see so many beautiful places. But I can honestly say we have never been somewhere that looked like this place. It is truly like the world before we destroyed it, really, and filled it full of shopping centers and malls and stuff like that. It's actually, you look at this, let's hear a round of applause. You're right. It's one of my favorite things about Mobridge right here. I mean, while the world won't shut stores ever, you drive downtown, everything's shut down. It's because so many great family values and so many great traditions here in this area. So we love being here in Mobridge, South Dakota, and we can't thank you enough for being incredible hosts here this week. But we started with 90 anglers, cut it down to 47 yesterday, 10 went out today, and in a few short minutes, we will crown our 8th Elite Series champion of the season. And I'm happy to tell you that Lake Oahe showed out today. By far our best day on the water, according to Bass Live. Who watched Bass Live today? You can watch it every single Saturday and Sunday of Elite Series competition. You can see it on FS1. Starts at 8 a.m. in the morning. But I know you guys are ready to see some fish. I'm ready to see some fish. But before we can weigh any fish, we need to bring out the person that weighs all the fish, and that is our tournament director. Get loud for LT, Lisa Talmadge. Lisa, we got a bunch of anglers chomping at the bit to get out here, and I always say this, we have the greatest job in the world. We're going to have a front row seat to this all going down, and it's going to be a fun one.
It is. I'm pretty excited to see who's going to win this. But before we get started with weighing the fish, I do want to thank our great host, the Mobridge Chamber of Commerce. Let's give them a round of applause because they brought us here. Thank you so much, Mobridge. It's been awesome. The hospitality here has been great. The volunteers, thank you so much for all your help. I do want to thank our staff because it's a lot of work. This event is huge, so it takes a lot of people to put it on. So let's give all of the staff a round of applause. And fans, thank you so much. Thank you.
The Bassmaster fans make every single event what it is. Give yourselves a round of applause. I talked about it yesterday before weighing, but I'd be remiss not to mention it again. One of the anglers that was most excited to be here is our 2020 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Clark Wendlett, and he was here, but had to leave here because had an eye injury, got back to Texas, and prognosis is good. He's getting treatment, and he should be back on the Elite Series next year. But we want to send out our love to him. I mean, he made a wise decision to take care of his health. As he said, I only have 2 eyes, and I'm going to fish a lot of tournaments in the future, and I need them both. So he's going to be fine. But let's send some love to the Wendlett family right now. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. We miss you, Clark and Patty, but we're happy to know you're back home and doing well, and we send all our love and support out to you. And we know Clark will be back on the Bassmaster Elite Series before you know it. This is not the last stop of the Bassmaster Elite Series. Obviously, this tournament ends today, but the ultimate tournament, which is a 9-event tour, moves on to La Crosse, Wisconsin. It's just a quick 9 hours down the road for those of you that are looking, and gas is cheap now, right? So, I mean, come on over. It's going to be a fun way to finish it. We're going to award our Falcon Rods Rookie of the Year prize. Who's leading that right now? Jay Shakurik, who just happens to be the youngest Elite Series champion in history. At our last event, set a record of 102 pounds, 8 ounces, the biggest smallmouth bass winning weight in the history of bass fishing. He's leading that. Brandon, that's all right. Give him a round of applause. Probably not even here, probably halfway to lacrosse, but I mean, he appreciates the applause. Brandon Polnick, our leader in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, trying to join a very rare club and become a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Let's give him a round of applause. And then, of course, we have all our Bassmaster Classic berths, those that re-qualify for the Bassmaster Elite Series. Everybody's got something on the line, but this is a pressure-free Sunday, probably the last pressure-free day we'll have here on the Elite Series. You guys ready to have a good time and weigh some fish? It is Championship Sunday. One more time. Are you ready? Let's get ready to weigh our very first angler. Stepping out of that beautiful Nitro Z21 Mercury package, and he's going to walk down here, ladies and gentlemen, bring his fish up on the stage as he makes his way here. I need you to make lots and lots of noise. He is an Elite Series, a rookie, making his second Championship Sunday of his rookie season, a former Strike King College Bass champion, Cody Huff. Had 46 pounds, 2 ounces to start the day. 5 fish here today. Needs 9 pounds, 5 ounces to load our Yeti hot seat. £8 pounds, 13 ounces. Not going to take the lead. But another Championship Sunday appearance here, Cody, and man, 2 in your rookie season. That's pretty special. And you talked about it this morning. Rookie season didn't start the way you wanted early in the year, but man, the true sign of a pro and a champion is somebody who rights the ship and figures it out. And you've definitely done that in the second half of this season.
Man, thanks a lot. I'm definitely glad to get it turned around. It gives you that little bit of confidence that you need to be out here and just do well to make a living. Big thanks to everybody for coming out, man. This is an awesome crowd. Way more people than I expected because I haven't seen this many people in a whole week here. So thank you guys for coming out. We love you. Big thanks to all my sponsors, my family back home. I love you. We'll see you in a week.
Always great to have you here. Safe travels to La Crosse. 1 down, 9 more to go. Okay, we're just dealing with some stuff. We've got drones and all sorts of stuff flying around here, ladies and gentlemen. All sorts of stuff going on in the Bassmaster Elite Series. But one of the biggest questions we get is what happens to the fish? Where did the fish go? And there's people actually putting their hands up. No, the fish go back. The fish go for a ride in our Yamaha Avco live release boats. We have Bass Conservation, Gene Gilliland here, a biologist, make sure that the fish are healthy. They go through a whole process of oxygenated tanks that they make their way up to the stage on regular days. On the final day, obviously, our anglers have them in their boat right till they come up here. Then they're put in those mesh bags, weighed up, and then put back in the water. Go for a ride in the Yamaha Avco live release boats, and we get back to tournament fishing, and we put them back in the water, healthy for you guys to catch for years and years to come. So let's put your hands together. Bass, remember, the organization that invented catch and release, basically, in bass fishing. And we're good to go. Let's get our next angler making his way here. He is a former Bassmaster Open Angler of the Year. He's a former Bassmaster Open champion. He won the first Elite Series event he fished. From South Carolina, get loud for Brian New. 47 pounds and 4 ounces. A great week for Brian New here in beautiful South Dakota. 5 fish, needs 8-3 to take the lead. Flippity flop. What do we got? 13 pounds, 2 ounces. 60 pounds and 6 ounces. And Brian New takes over the lead at the guaranteed rate of Bassmaster Elite at Lake Oahe. $60 pounds and 6 ounces and a Championship Sunday appearance in a smallmouth derby here in South Dakota. And I mean, we've been a lot of places, a lot of beautiful places we go across the country, but there is nowhere we stop that looks like this. I mean, it's just so amazing and amazing to have you here on Sunday.
Yeah, it's amazing to be here. And like you said, this place is beautiful. It's I've never seen anything like this. It's a great fishery. It's an awesome area. Everybody I've spoke to here has been super nice. Y'all are awesome. You got an awesome fishery. And, I had a good week. Said it the other day. This is my first top 10 in a smallmouth tournament. And that's a win in itself. But you know what? Somebody's going to win this tournament. Everybody here deserves to win one of these tournaments, but somebody's going to make something pretty special happen here in a little bit. And, no, nothing against anybody, but I'm pulling for my boy Felix, and we're going back to his house tonight regardless. And you either win or you don't. That's it. You win or you don't. We almost had a top 10 house. Jake Whitaker stays with us. He's the first man out, finished 11th. Felix, had an awesome tournament. I had an awesome tournament. This place, phenomenal fishery, but it can get rough. So it was awesome running that Falcon around out there. Handled them waves the other day good. And I was really just running around fishing points like 95% of the rest of people. But it fit my style because Felix taught me how to scope. And I like to pull up and make 2-3 casts and roll. So I can pull up, scope around, and roll. Scope around and roll. And the two just went together. And that, I didn't have a good day today. And I made a decision late in the day. I don't know what it's going to do for me overall, but that was a mental win going into the last tournament next week. I was glad to end this tournament on a good decision. I did lose 2 big ones. I actually pulled out my BLD jig from Greenfish Tackle, and let me tell you, if you've got to get a bite, if you absolutely have to get a bite, and you're in the right scenario, pull out that BLD, put your Zoom speed crawl on the back, a little bit of bait fuel, and I caught 4, lost 2 big ones, and I think that was it, but in like an hour. So that saved my day because I didn't have hardly anything before that. But, hey, I'm ready to go lacrosse. We got to put some more people to weigh in, and I'm ready to see who wins this thing.
It's going to be a lot of fun. You don't go anywhere. You're loading our Yeti hot seat first.
I definitely want to say hey to all my family. My mom, I miss you. I hadn't seen you in a while. And my daughter, Braylon, this is the first tournament she's missed in a while. She went back to school a couple weeks ago. So I love y'all. Miss y'all. See you soon.
Don't go anywhere. Have a seat in our Yeti hot seat. And let's get our next angler heading this way. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Came up here last year and learned this lake, and it has paid off all the way from Raceland, Louisiana. Tyler Rabat. 48 pounds even as of this morning. He's got 5 fish, looking for 12 pounds, 7 ounces to take the lead here at the guaranteed rate. Bassmaster Elite, 9 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into second place with 57 pounds and 8 ounces. What a week Tyler Rabat has had here in South Dakota. Put the walk-ons Phoenix Mercury to work, and man, a great week this week. Going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. For one, it is our Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the day, but we have a few more anglers coming, going to have something to say about that. But Tyler, Championship Sunday appearance here and in South Dakota, that trip that you made up here last year, that long trip all the way from Louisiana, man, it paid off in spades.
It did. I got to thank Brock for that because I was sitting at home. It's about to be deer season, so I'm like, I'm not going. Like this, it's not that big, and we got here, and I'm glad he got me to come up here because it helped and it paid off this week. It was just a great week. Like everything fell perfectly yesterday, the day before, and the first day. It was just awesome. And I do want to thank Phoenix Boats, too, because that second day was pretty rough, but it was smooth sailing for me in that Phoenix and that Mercury. It was awesome. And I got to thank my family and my girlfriend for coming. I knew they would probably show up. But it's all the way up here in South Dakota. I thank y'all. It's an awesome crowd out here. It's a great lake. It's really not showing what it's really meant because last year it was crazy. So I'd love to come back. And hopefully the wind would stay down maybe. I don't know. But
do you guys think the wind will stay down if we come back? No, they all agree. We were lucky to get one flat day.
I'll take it for sure. But actually, it was pretty bad. But no, again, if any of y'all need some deer hunting, let me know. I'll help with that. And muleys, pronghorn, I'll get it for you. Even turkeys. Do they have turkeys up here?
Do you have turkeys? Yeah, they got everything up here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay. But anyway, I want to thank walk-ons, too. I can't wait to go back home and eat some walk-ons.
Before you go, any key baits that got you here, or was it just a variety of baits?
Yeah, well, it was like a drop shot, and then I figured out during the tournament that Carolina rig, I was throwing a raptor tail on it, and just had to keep changing up. They'd get so smart really quick. Like, you catch one or two, and they'd shut off, and you'd have to swap up that quick. So that was it. Just kind of, had the horseshoe up me, this week, so it helped out.
Well, I'm glad the horseshoe worked out well for you, and a good payday. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get our next angler heading this way. He's a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 2-time Bassmaster winner, the reigning and defending Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, the amazing fighter man, Seth Fighter. Started the day with 48 pounds, 7 ounces. 5 fish to add to that here today, looking for 12 pounds even to take the lead. 48.7 as of this morning, looking for 12 pounds even. He's got 5 fish all alive. Going to go for a ride in our Yamaha Avco live release boats. 14 pounds, 11 ounces with 63 pounds, 2 ounces. We say goodbye to Brian New, and we say hello to the amazing fighter man, Seth Fighter. $63 pounds, 2 ounces. You are leading this tournament. Going to weigh that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Needs to be better than 4-1 for the day. 512 for the tournament. 4 pounds, 7 ounces. So he takes over Phoenix Boats Big Bass. You're leading this tournament, and man, your day started good. For those of you that didn't hear about it on Bass Live, before the tournament even started, all the boats, top 10s lined up, and without even expending any energy, he just reached down and bear paws about a 3-pound smallmouth and held it up. And I thought, well, you don't even need a rod and reel to catch him.
No, I could have used that one today, too. We had to let her back in the drink. But, no, I had a great week. Had fun here. I love coming out to the Dakotas. It's beautiful out here. It's the Wild West, and I hope we come back here. This place got a million fish, and it didn't really show out that great this week. But trust me, this place is way better than what you guys are seeing, and I'd really like to come back out here. I had a great time. I just love out west. Wide open spaces. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Wonderful part of the world. I hope we come back as well. How'd you get it done here this week?
A little mix of a few things. I caught most of my fish off one place, some drop shot and some Demiki rigging and Carolina rigging, and just kind of ground it out. But had a great week. Finally had a good tournament. First good tournament I've had all year, and I think it's pretty much got me in the Classic with many crazy stuff happening at lacrosse, so I can go home and swing on that one and try to win it and finish the year strong, hopefully.
Looking forward to seeing you next week. And with lacrosse in mind, I mean, that is kind of where the world started to fall in love with Seth Fighter. Up to that point in the Elite Series, it had been pretty quiet, but you came up there, finished second, got in the Angler of the Year, went up to Mille Lacs, won that. We're going to win this one next week or what?
I'm going to give her hell. We'll see what happens. I can swing now. I don't got to play it safe, so I'm going to do some crazy stuff.
I'm looking forward to seeing it go down. Don't go anywhere. Going to load our Yeti hot seat. Your leader, Seth Fighter. Let's get our next angler heading this way. Got a ride in with Seth Fighter. Happy to have him back here, ladies and gentlemen. Started the tournament in second place this morning, but got a ride back with Seth Fighter. He's a 3-time Classic qualifier, a Bassmaster Open winner, a man more slick than an ugly stick, Matt Robertson. 52 pounds and 9 ounces to start the day. He's got 5 fish here today, needs 10-10 to take out his buddy, Seth Fighter. 12 pounds and an ounce with 64 pounds, 10 ounces. He knocks out the guy that Ubered him back in here. What a jerk. I mean, he was your aquatic Uber. He got you back in here, and you just knocked him out of the Yeti hot seat. Do you feel bad about that, Matt?
No, not really. No, man, I'm going to tell you something. I always say you are who you put yourself around, and I told my boys I may send it today, and may have sent her a little too hard. Thought I was going to run out of gas. Instead, I broke a jack plate bolt. My boys there to bring me in. So I got to thank him for that. And but, hey, I did do him a favor. We was out there fishing. He broke off a great big one and kind of dampened the mood, you know what I'm saying? And after about 10 minutes of convincing, he convinced me, hey, I promised everybody I'd fish in a Speedo today, but I didn't tell you it was whitey-tighties nonetheless. And then he caught one close to 5, and then he wouldn't let me put my pants back on.
It was truly one of the most awkward moments in bass fishing, really. You've done a lot of things, but that was one of them. Tell me about fishing this week.
Oh, man, this is an incredible fishery. We come up here last year. I thought it was better than the St. Lawrence River. Best place I'd ever seen. Me and Seth sharing a little bit of water this week and caught them all 30 to 40 foot deep on half a dozen different baits and, using some cheap old ugly sticks, $80 rods, doing my thing. And, yeah.
That $80 rod has done good work for you this week. But, man, it didn't start this way. What did you turn around? I mean, the first few events of the year, you left there kicking stones and pretty angry, and you said, I'm going to turn it around. And, boy, have you ever turned your season around.
Yeah, I've been through some rough stretches. I shouldn't really be here right now. I should be working a shitty 40-hour-a-week job, And, I made it out of the trailer park and got here. And so I've been through some rough times, went through 3 rough tournaments, and went home, done some work, went out and gigged on a bunch of Kentucky Lake bass, and, I decided I was done with that crap. It's time to start catching some fish.
You've been catching them ever since. You're tournament leader, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going anywhere. You knocked him out of the seat. Now you got to go sit in our Yeti hot seat. But this next one is a very, very scary cat. Let's get him heading this way. Today is his 33rd Bassmaster event. He's 10th top 10. 1 in 3 events, he is in the top 10. An Elite Series champion all the way from Japan, Takumi Ito. 49 pounds, 7 ounces to start the day. He's looking for 15-4 to take the lead. 18 pounds, 6 ounces with 67 pounds, 13 ounces. Takumi Ito is your brand new leader. With that, we say goodbye to Matt Robertson and we say hello to Takumi Ito. $67 pounds, 13 ounces. Weighing that for Phoenix Boats Big Bass needs to be better than 4.7. 4 pounds, 8 ounces. A brand new Phoenix Boats Big Bass for the day. And you are leading this tournament with 67 pounds, 13 ounces. Unbelievable, your record. You had never caught a smallmouth bass before you came to the Bassmaster Elite Series, you told us. And now, anywhere we go, you have made every smallmouth tournament he's fished, he's made the cut. As I said, 33 events into his young career. He's made 10 Sundays. Your career is incredible, but how would you like to become a 2-time Elite Series champion today?
Wow. So it's amazing. So, yes, so in Japan, there are not so many smallmouth. So I live in close to Tokyo. I always fish in the largemouth. But I came to the U.S. and I tried to the Bassmaster. so many smallmouth, so northern lake and the river. So, and I try to smallmouth fishing, very, very easy for me, very, very fun. So I love smallmouth fishing. So I love Lake Oahe, so many smallmouth. So it's a very, very fun place.
Did you find smallmouth Disneyland today?
Today is, yes, so I found a big smallmouth Disneyland. So morning I found a big school, so every cast bite. It's so fun. But too much smallmouth, my hand is very, very hard because smallmouth teeth is very strong. So always I catch the smallmouth. So I'm a so good guy, so no move smallmouth, so bad smallmouth, shaking the head, so my hand is very, very hard now.
Do you have enough power to lift the trophy if it happens?
No, I don't have it, because I'm not seeing, so, and Lake Oahe is so big lake, every day it's so rough water, so I'm not good powers now, so, so, in Japan, there are not so many big lake. I always drive in a small river, small lake. So, but US is a many big lake. So big wave. I'm scared, always scared. But I'm no good driving technique. I don't have no good driving techniques. But Skeeter boat and the Yamaha engine always helping me. Always I can fishing all day. So thank you very much, Skeeter and the Yamaha SHO.
Big bass, big stage, big dreams, and you are living them, my friend. Let's hear it for Takumi Ito. That is the Bassmaster dream right there, ladies and gentlemen. He loads our Yeti hot seat, and let's get our next angler heading this way. A former collegiate pitcher for Auburn, a former first-round draft pick. I don't know if it was first round. A former draft pick for the San Francisco Giants. He is a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Georgia, Mark Frazier. Number one in my heart. 50 pounds and an ounce to start the day. Needs 17-13. 5 fish, 16 pounds, 5 ounces. Gives him 66 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into second place. But let's hear it from Mark Frazier once again here on Championship Sunday. $66 pounds and 6 ounces, and Mark Frazier moves into second place currently. Mark, unfortunately, will weigh this for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Needs to be better than 4.8. 4 pounds even, not going to take that over. And Mark, unfortunately, not going to take the title this week. But, man, you have to be happy with this performance. They often refer to South Dakota, I did some research, as the state of infinite variables. And, man, you guys dealt with infinite variables this week. I mean, everything changed. Weather changed. Wind direction changed. But to be here when so many other anglers have already head to La Crosse, you got to be pretty proud.
Yeah, man, I'm so thankful to be here. You know, anytime we take a chance to come catch some smallmouth, I just look forward to it. I absolutely love him. You know, he's good at it. But I don't. I was just using my active target, my Lowrance active target, using the ends of these, humps and points. I tied a little 1/4 ounce jig head and put a Spro Secure on, and I was just using the active target, looking for fish, balls of shad, dropping in there, and you drop in like 200, and I was getting 10 bites. So, it was probably carp and whatnot a lot of times, but every now and then you get one to chase it down and eat it. So, I had an absolute blast this week. It got really rough. That Phoenix handled really well. I'm running the Elite, and, man, I don't have anything better to say about the boat. I hope we come back. I had a blast.
Had a blast having you here, and we look forward to seeing you in La Crosse, Wisconsin. And with that, Takumi Ito is still comfortable in the Yeti hot seat. Do you like the seat?
Oh, yes, I love this seat. So I want to I want to take my house. Is it okay?
Lisa, can he keep the seat if he wins? I'm unofficially going to say yes. Take the seat. Get the if you win though. This next guy is very scary angler. 4 wins he has.
Oh no, he's a Patrick Walter?
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, I don't like him.
You have 1 win. He has 4. It's better for you to win, right?
Oh, so he is a 4-time win?
Yes.
Oh, not so, too much. So I want one more.
We'll see how it all works out. Let's get him heading this way. An unbelievable young career, a 3-time Classic qualifier, a 2-time member of the Bassmaster Century Club, a 4-time Bassmaster winner from Somerville, South Carolina, Patrick Walters. 50 pounds and an ounce to start the day. 5 fish here today. He needs 17-13 to take the lead away from Takumi Ito. 5 fish looking for 17 pounds, 13 ounces. 13 pounds, 7 ounces. He moves into 4th place with 63 pounds and 8 ounces. Another great finish on the Bassmaster Elite Series for Patrick Walters. Patrick, the good news is I'm sure Takumi likes you better now than he did just a few minutes ago. But, man, 2 smallmouth events in a row, 2 big finishes, and, man, if there was a weakness in your repertoire, it was this. And that means you have no more weaknesses, which makes you a very scary angler to deal with.
Well, we've all got weaknesses, but, big shout out to Taku and the guys catching them this week. But what everybody doesn't know is I've been on Rosetta Stone for the last 6 months to learn how to speak Japanese. That's actually the trick. I learned how to speak Japanese for them smallmouth. I'm just kidding. I don't
say I love you. I love you, South Dakota, in Japanese.
I don't know how to speak any Japanese, but it was a great week all in all. I loved South Dakota. Just happy to have a top 10. After practice, it was a little bit slow, but to be able to make a top 10 with what I found, really can't complain. Happy to be here. Didn't think I really had a chance to win, but big shout out to this crowd, my family back at home. Big thank you to Yamaha for being here. I went 140 miles each day. I spent $225 in gas each day. So it was a $1,000 gas bill this week, so thankfully we made us a top 10. Happy to be here. Hey, we're heading to La Crosse. Let's keep the train rolling.
On behalf of all the local gas stations, we thank you for supporting the economy. Takumi, he's gone. You beat Patrick. Do you like Patrick Walters more now?
Yes. I love him. So before, so 10 minutes ago, so I don't like him, but now I love him.
What about Chris Johnston?
Oh no. So Chris, I always practice, so always around the practice smallmouth fishing summer season, but always Chris Johnston. Taku is here, always Chris Johnston here. He's a very good, so he's an awesome smallmouth fisherman.
You don't want him to take this seat, do you?
Yeah, so if he won, I take the seat, but he staying here.
He can sit down there.
Yeah. This is the Taku chair, right?
We're going to find out. You want me to bring him in?
Yes, I bring him in.
All right, let's bring him in. Arguably one of the greatest smallmouth anglers on this planet. The first Canadian ever to win an FLW Tour event. The first Canadian to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. From Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. 51 pounds, 8 ounces. He needs 16 pounds, 6 ounces to take the lead away from Takumi Ito. 5 fish. 16 pounds, 14 ounces. And whoever didn't think that bass fishing was an international sport, this proves it right here. With that, we say goodbye to Takumi Ito, and we say hello to Chris Johnston. 68 pounds and 6 ounces. He's leading this tournament. Going to wear for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. Needs to be better than 4'8". 4 pounds, 8 ounces. He's in a two-way tie for Phoenix Boats Big Bass. And you might not get a Christmas card from Takumi Ito ever again.
He's had his share of fun, and he beat me on my home pond and won $100,000. So I don't feel that bad, but he's a great angler, and he's all around versatile, but he loves these smallmouths. So I'm sure he'll be ready to go north again next year, but he'll probably catch 20 pounds of largemouth next week on a frog. So he deserves some respect, and coming over from Japan, he's a great angler.
He's a great angler, and but you are too, my friend, and you are staring down an opportunity. You're already the first Canadian ever to win an FLW Tour event, first Canadian to win an Elite Series event. How would you like to become the first Canadian to double down and become a 2-time Elite Series champion?
That would be pretty special, and I love smallmouth, so it's even better doing it on a smallmouth fishery. This place has got them. They're smart fish out there, and they're a little frustrating at times, but I had a blast this week, and it probably wasn't on the camera, but I lost probably the biggest one I had hooked all week, literally on my last cast, and I didn't even lose. I broke my line, and I was rushed. I caught a couple small ones, and there was a school of bait fish 5 feet under the surface, over 40 feet of water, and I threw out the CJ Smasher on a drop shot, and it followed it all the way down to bottom, which a bunch have done all week, and I'm like, all right, come on. And this one bit, and it was a giant. I fought it for like a minute, and it just didn't happen. But hopefully that one doesn't cost me too much. But I still had a blast all week. That was really the only mishap I had. But I appreciate everyone coming out this week. You guys have been great. This little town's been a great host for us. And that Ranger Mercury, like I think Patrick said, I ran a long ways, and we're burning $700-800 of gas this week, and it pushed me around this lake no problem. And I caught a lot of my fish on a drop shot this week, a Ned rig, that CJ Smasher, and for the net it's a Secura made by Spro. And then I changed it up, caught a few on a Carolina rig as well.
An incredible smallmouth fishery, but this one seemed a little more difficult for you. I mean, you look at our top 10, a lot of the guys that you would have figured are here made the top 10. I mean, a lot of the smallmouth guys are always in the mix, but this one seemed a lot tougher for all of you.
Yeah, and if you look at the top 10, it's no secret a lot of them are good on live scope. And everyone will say it. For me, it was the Garmin live scope. It was a huge factor. And what made it so frustrating this week is before you didn't have live scope, you didn't know the fish were there. Now we can see the fish and that they're not biting, so it's super frustrating. You want to throw your whole rod and tackle box at them by the end of the day because they won't bite. But that's what's making it so tough, because everyone knows the fish are down there. They're just not biting right now. So you come back in a week, they might all bite, and it would be the best fishing you've ever had.
It's an incredible lake, and no matter what way it works out, another incredible finish for Chris Johnston. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy a seat in the Yeti hot seat, or as Takumi calls it, his chair. We'll find out at the end of our weigh-in. We have one angler left to weigh. Let's get him heading this way. He is a former Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year, a 4-time FLW Cup qualifier, a 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, trying to win his first ever Elite Series title, a former Rookie of the Year from Minnesota, the Sleepy Assassin, Austin Felix. Chris, let's get side by side. We're about to find out. Started with 92 or left. One of them will be an Elite Series champion in just a few seconds. Looking for 13-1. 16 pounds, 3 ounces, and Austin Felix is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. The Sleepy Assassin seals the deal in South Dakota with 71 pounds, 9 ounces. 71 pounds and 9 ounces, and the Sleepy Assassin seals the deal in South Dakota. You are a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. How does that feel?
My parents just drove up today. I didn't even really realize that. I called them because I thought we're all going back to my place for a day. So Jake was going to run back early, and so I ruined the whole surprise because I was calling him to get him to let him in. So I kind Holy shit. Dad, can you believe this, Dad? I mean, I got to thank Aletha and my parents for their unwavering support and their unwavering ability to put up with me. My old man put me in the driver's side of the boat way before I was 18 years old and let me make decisions, let me make mistakes, and without that, I would definitely not be here. I don't know. I'm kind of speechless right now.
You came on this tour as a quiet guy who wore pajamas. You dominated Rookie of the Year. You become an incredibly consistent angler. You make the Classic every single year, but you said on this very stage, I'm more of a consistent guy, not a home run hitter. You just hit a giant home run, and you're an Elite Series champion for the rest of your life. How long have you waited for this moment?
Forever, since you started watching these things. I mean, it got bigger when I started fishing professionally. It got even bigger when I was fortunate enough to qualify for the Elite Series, and got bigger yet when you made your first top 10, and it builds and it builds and it builds. And this year, or day 2, I managed to crush a giant bag. Everything just went incredible. I just didn't want to waste that opportunity. And I was fortunate enough to put 2 more good bags together. The whole day I was just thinking that Matty Robertson was going to put 18, 19 pounds on the scale again, and I needed to get over 17 just to make sure I was good. And I thought I was 1 fish away the whole day, but we kept at it the whole time, and I was fortunate. I made some good decisions, caught some good fish late, and here we are.
Here we are in the moment you've been waiting for a long time. I'm not going to delay it anymore. I'd like to ask Lisa Talmadge to come out and do the handoff and make this official. The Sleepy Assassin seals the deal in South Dakota. Austin Felix wins the guaranteed rate Bassmaster Elite at Lake Oahe. Stop number 8 of the Bassmaster Elite Series belongs to the Sleepy Assassin, Austin Felix. Before all this craziness happens and a bunch of people want selfies with you and all that kind of stuff, tell me what bait you caught them on. What was the key approach, and how are we standing here together with a giant blue trophy?
Yeah, I mean, in practice, in the first day of the tournament, it was pretty much all a drop shot, but the fish got real sly to them real fast, and they kind of started feeding on the bottom, and you had to switch to a Ned rig and a Carolina rig. That's what I caught pretty much 90% of my fish, day 2, 3, and 4, a combination of those two. I'd use the Ned rig when I was active target fishing, just throwing at them, and if I found an area that I knew that they were just kind of set up and they didn't really commit to the Ned rig, then I'd pull back off of them, sling that Carolina rig, and drag it over there, and you get a few more bites that way.
An incredible tournament, an incredible win. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. The Sleepy Assassin, Austin Felix, wins the 8th stop of the Bassmaster Elite Series. The guaranteed rate Bassmaster Elite at Lake Oahe belongs to Austin Felix. We started with 90, cut it down to 47. 10 went out today, and 1 remains. That one is former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, Seth Feider. Not Seth Feider. Well, I'm totally confused right now. It's been happening his whole life, he says. The Sleepy Assassin, Austin Felix.